Hello everyone and welcome back to the Cop.Supply YouTube channel. In today's video I'm going to be giving you a broken down overview of Polaris, so let's jump straight into it. Quickly before we go ahead and begin today's video, if you wish to go ahead and check out the recent overview of Polaris on the Cop.Supply website, I will leave a link to that down below. If you're watching this on the Cop.Supply website, if you click on the video player, there'll be a YouTube icon that will take you to our YouTube channel. You can check out other content there, and finally if you wish to check out the Cop.Supply in-stock server, I will leave that linked down below. The invite is there, it is completely free, and it is a server with a bunch of products with discount codes attached, so you can go ahead and secure items at a discounted rate compared to everyone else. So to begin this video, we're going to begin on the dashboard page, and then I'm going to go through settings, solvers, proxies and profiles, and then I'm going to end the video at modules and actually show you how to create tasks for a given module. And the reason for that is because you need a profile, and obviously if you want to use proxies you need that for your tasks that you create. That's why we're going to go through those sections first. Go ahead and create some test profiles and put some proxies in so we can utilize that with the tasks we make. But let's go ahead and break down the dashboard page. So I currently have the bot in full screen mode. You have the full screen button there, the minimize and X button, the logo is there, the current version number is here. You can check for updates with this button if you wish, and then the dashboard shows your name in accordance to your Discord username. This utilizes the Discord off when you go ahead and put in your key on their dashboard, so keep that in mind. Your Discord username will appear there, the expiry is there. I'm currently using a child key, that's why it says that. We have the my account, you can log out of it, and then you have the current version number in accordance to the version number down here, and it shows the changelog that they've made with this version. And then this section is got to do with your purchases, whether it's Supreme, Shopify, Adidas or other. It will all be illustrated here, and then obviously a broken down purchase list will be here as well. Moving over to settings, this is what the settings window looks like. You can toggle the clock, you can toggle CLI, you can open the CLI window once you've toggled it. You can go ahead and configure your checkout sound, which is pretty interesting. You can upload new sounds and play them. Then for data dump capture, you can go ahead and set up your capture solvers. You have your pre-solve, whether you want to enable that or disable that, it's completely up to you. Your finish line capture, you can also customize that. You can customize your webhook for Discord and Slack, you can test them. And then for delays, you have Shopify and Supreme. You can go ahead and configure that. When you click this, it takes you down here for some reason, but all the delays are here: restock, search, checkout, stuff like that. You can go ahead and configure that if you wish. You have your capture solvers, you have it for anti-capture, to capture, captures IO, AYCD autosolve and AYCD autosolve access token. And for other, you can customize the amount of threads that it's going to use in your CPU and the requests. And if you're quick tasks, you can go ahead and set up for the individual sites over here. Then once you're done, you can save settings, export settings and import settings as well. Moving over to solvers, you can create a capture solver to get started. Let's add a capture solver and let's enter a name for it. We're going to call it video test and hit the create button, and this is what it's going to look like. The name is there, the proxy, we haven't set that up. Then for the actions, we have the start button, the edit button and the delete button. You can create a solver and remove all solvers if you wish. If we hit this button, it will only go ahead and allow us to change the name. We can select a user agent, so obviously it's completely up to you. I'm just going to do Chrome using for login only. We can click use proxies if you wish, and then you go ahead and enter a proxy here, and any changes you make, go ahead and hit the save solver button, and that will go ahead and save the changes. But let's go ahead and hit the play button here. Let's give it a moment, and this is what the capture solver looks like. You can refresh, you can view YouTube, and you can test if you wish. So let's go ahead and test it here. As you guys can see, that is the score I got just because of the fact that I haven't logged into an account, but that's how the functionality of it actually works. So for now, I'm going to X out of this, and I'm going to go ahead and pop it back up when we do actually go ahead and run a task. So let me just X out of here and move over to proxies. So the proxy section, we can go ahead and add a proxy group that can be utilized with our tasks. Let's hit add proxy group. Let's go ahead and call this video test. Once again, hit the create button, and it's going to appear like this. Within this list, it's going to segregate the proxies into IP host, port, username, password, the status and the actions. Then you have the add proxies button, remove all proxies button from this group. You can add at the top, duplicate, rename and delete as well, and you can search through your proxies and also test all of them once we've actually gone ahead and added some. Just before I go ahead and add the proxies down here, it's important to know that these buttons are for the group itself. So you can add a new group, duplicate your group, rename your group and delete it. And then this is where you add proxies, just so I made that clear. Let's go ahead and add some proxies in. Hit the add proxies button. They have now been added, and as you guys can see, they've been segregated like I mentioned before. And you have this button to test them and this button to delete them. So let's go ahead and test one of them. It says testing. Let's give it one moment, and as you guys can see, the speed was returned. And then we do actually have the option to test all the proxies, and I will go ahead and test all of them, as you guys can see, and we'll go ahead and return the speeds. Moving over to profiles, this is where we can go ahead and create profiles that will once again be used with the tasks we go ahead and create. So let's go ahead and create one. So to go ahead and create one, we need to actually type in the name of this profile. So as you guys can see, I named it video test, hit the enter button, and now everything is available for me. So we have the shipping address section, very simple stuff. Then you have the billing address, and then you have the payment information. You have this option to use address as billing address. So the shipping address and billing address information will just be duplicated over, and you don't have to segregate them. And how that is illustrated, as you guys can see, I'm in the first name column here, and the first name column's there. If I actually start typing in my name, you can see that it duplicates over. So both information sets are exactly the same. And obviously for payment information, this is very simple information once again. And at the bottom, once you're done, you can save your profile, you can delete all profiles, you can export profiles. This will open up a file directory. So you have the option between your current profile and all profiles. So if you want to export it, then you can, and you can do the exact same thing with the import button as well. But I'm going to go ahead and fill out some information here just for the purpose of this video, and we're going to move over to the modules section. So I've gone ahead and filled out this profile with some test information. I'm going to go ahead and hit the save profile button. As you guys can see, the profile has been added, and now it will appear here in the drop down. As you guys can see, when I click here, the video test is available for me to go ahead and click into, edit, and stuff like that. So let's move over to the modules section. If you actually hit this, it will show you all the modules here. We have Supreme, Shopify, Zalando, DSG, Mesh, Finish Line, Foot Sites, and Adidas. For the purpose of this video, I'm going to go with Supreme, and let's go ahead and create some Supreme tasks here. So we can import our tasks if we wish, but for the purpose of this video, we're just going to create some from scratch. Let's hit the add task button, and this is what it looks like. I have to make it clear to you all that this add task section will be different depending on what module you go with. This is what it looks like from Supreme at the moment. So we have the retailer. I'm going to hit Supreme EU, size, category, color, keywords, block keywords, profile, amount, whether you want to configure your start, whether you want to use proxies, your capture solvers, the quantity, the capture bypass, the mode. Obviously this is all relative to Supreme. So for the purpose of this video, we're going to go ahead and create a task about a certain product that is in stock within the Supreme website, and that is the camo iPhone case. I'm going to go with the blue camo color, and it's in stock, so we can actually go through this process. So I'm going to go ahead and drag this to the side. Let's just keep in mind what it's called and what the sizing was. But with sizing, I'm going to go with random, just because of the fact that when you actually look at the sizing, it isn't actually traditional like foot sizing. It's 11 in terms of the actual mobile device. So I'm just going to go with random. But it's actually important to note that you can't select up to multiple sizes, and as you do that, then it will appear here. But I'm going to go ahead and deselect everything and just stick with random. For the category, it was within accessories, so let's look for accessories, hit that. For the color, it was blue camo, so that is what I'm going to type in. For the keywords, the way you do keywords in Polaris is very simple. So let's say we type in a word here. So let's say we type in word, hit the enter button. That goes ahead and creates the keyword and segregates it from the next one. So I'm going to actually put in the correct keywords here. So I'm going to put camo, iPhone, and case. So that is pretty much going to go ahead and pick it up. And then for block keywords, I have no block keywords for the profile. We can go ahead and select it from the profile drop down. So if you have multiple there, then obviously multiple profiles will appear there. The amount is going to stay at 1, and then for the schedule start, I don't want to utilize that, but that will utilize your local computer time, so keep that in mind. For proxies, I don't want to use proxies, but if you wanted to go ahead and use them, you can click the proxy list there, and that will use that. But let's just stick with my local IP. For capture solvers, we have the local, and then we can go ahead and choose a different one if you wish. We have anti-capture, to-capture, AYCD, auto-solve, and Captures IO. But I'm going to stick with local, and once again, quantity for these tasks are going to be 1. For capture bypass, I'm going to keep that on off. For Pookie mode, I'm just going to go with safe, and then we can go ahead and add tasks and clear this as well. Let's go ahead and add the task, and as you guys can see, it appears in the background, and the whole task holding UI goes and pops up. So let's break down what we can see here. We can see the retailer, Supreme, the products, the size, the profile, the start time, proxy, status, and actions. Then we have add tasks, mass edit, remove, start all tasks, stop all tasks, capture solver, export tasks, and import tasks. So just to demonstrate the actual actions on this task, you can start the task with this, you can edit the task with this, you can duplicate the task with this, and also delete it. So I'm going to duplicate it here and show you that the delete button works. You can hit this and go and edit it if you wish. I'm not going to do that. Then we can start it with this button. So I've gone ahead and broke down everything here. I'm going to go ahead and break up this window and put the capture solver next to it so we can go ahead and run this task. So I've gone ahead and popped it out. I'm going to scale down the window here, just about there. I'm going to look for my capture solvers here. So give me one moment to go to solvers, hit the play button, let this pop up, move this over here, go back to Supreme, and then we can go ahead and start the task. Now as you guys can see, it goes through an unknown error, and that's just because of the fact that the information we've given it on our profile is inaccurate. So guys, that will go ahead and conclude the overview of Polaris Cop.Supply. If you did enjoy the video, please drop a like, subscribe if you guys are new, and check out our written overview on the Cop.Supply website, which will be linked down below.